Hey guys, so I'm starting my house sitting journey and I want to show you some of the things that I come up with to eat while I'm away from home. So getting started with my breakfast options, I have these bagels that I make, and I start out with frying an egg, and then I just throw these everything bagels, which I showed early in the week in my Trader Joe's haul. I just toast those up lightly, and then while that's toasting, I get to chopping my avocado. And it's very simple. I just smash my avocado onto the bagel, then I get my hot chili sauce from Trader Joe's on there, and then I put my eggs on top, my fried egg, and then a pastrami, and you get this amazing little meal that's easy to make. I like this meal so much that I actually had this probably almost every day for breakfast. I just didn't always have the pastrami with it, but it's just a nice easy way to have breakfast. You can see it here. You can mix it up, have it with spinach if you want, or make it like a meatless meal. And that was basically my breakfast for the week. Very simple and easy to make. I also kept it very simple but delicious for lunch with these chicken wings and Caesar salad. You can see my ingredients here. Super simple, just a couple seasonings. I never over-season my chicken. I don't like over-seasoned chicken. I just use salt, pepper, and paprika, and I get it floured up as you see here. And then when the oil is just like, you don't want your oil to ever be too hot or to not be hot enough, because that factors into the flavor quality that you get in the end result. So I like to make sure my oil is like on medium heat, and listen to that frying. Oh, I just love that ASMR. But anyway, this is what I come out with. It's just nicely fried chicken wings. They are a perfect midday snack with this Caesar salad that I got from Trader Joe's as a kit. This is so delicious. I was craving wings and it hit the spot, honey. It was so good. And getting to our next lunch option, we have one of my favorite things to make, which is spicy ramen with orange chicken from Trader Joe's, which is also very simple to make. Here's my ingredient list if you want to screenshot that. I just used some green and yellow onions and eggs for the ramen to kind of spruce it up. But here I'm starting with oiling my pan, my skillet, and here are the onions, nice and chopped up and ready to go. And so I just like to brown my onions on the skillet a little bit before I actually start the broth. Once my onions are browned a little bit, I add some water and then my noodles and of course my flavor packet. And then that's when you want to add your spinach and your eggs. I don't add the green onions until like after everything's done. But you just add everything to the broth and let it simmer down together. I also like to mix out my yolks because the egg yolk really adds to the flavor of the broth and makes it a lot fuller and robust. So it's really nice. Just let it simmer down for a bit. And while I have this simmering down, I'm frying up my chicken from Trader Joe's, which is really simple. You just take it out of the bag, throw it in some oil, and I like mine to get pretty crispy, so once it gets golden brown is when I take it out. And then you just throw it into the sauce that came with it and kind of mix it through. And this is the result. Just a really beautiful, fancy looking meal that really in actuality only took about 5 minutes to make. And it's delicious. It's one of my favorite things to make. I make it at home, but I also like to make it when I'm traveling because it's so easy. And before I end my lunch series, I just want to throw in these sushis from Aldi's as an honorable mention. It was only $4.99 and I added the Trader Joe's chili and it's delicious. For my dinner series, I want to show you this eggplant pizza I made. I got these cutlets from Aldi and honestly, they're not my favorite, guys. I just still wanted to show you this idea because it's actually a bomb dinner idea. But yeah, these cutlets were really not it. I usually get them from Trader Joe's, but they discontinued them. But again, I'm just showing this in case you want to get something from the idea. So I just fry up the cutlets and I have this same Indian garlic pita bread that I'm going to use as my basically pizza. And I threw some pesto on there, and I also went in with some pizza sauce on top, as well as some vegan provolone cheese I was really sprucing this thing up and trying to get it cute and good and was so excited for it. And it just was not my favorite because of those cutlets. The cutlets were like really bitter, and that's just not how they taste from Trader Joe's. Like at Trader Joe's, they were really nice, tasty little eggplant cutlets. But again, just take what you will from this segment. I promise it's going to get better. With my last meal, that's going to be like the star of the show. But I just like threw on my toppings here and threw it in the toaster oven, and this is the result. Didn't really like it, but it was beautiful nonetheless. So now we're getting into my absolute favorite idea from this week. I decided to pick up these vegetarian beef tips from Harris Teeter, and I made this gyro. Is that how you say it? Anyway, I made this gyro with it. Here are the ingredients. And of course, I'm starting out with my skillet, throwing a little olive oil in there, and then you just get your bits right into the pot. I sliced up some jalapenos and de-seeded them, and that's what you see me throwing in here, and then put some onions on top, and then drizzled a little bit more oil on there so that everything would be like nice and moist and not dry. And then I went in and seasoned it with some salt, pepper, and Creole seasoning, and then just let it simmer down, let everything come together. This is really like a one-pot meal and super easy for this travel series. But yeah, I just let everything come together. I let the jalapenos like toast a little bit, or roast a little bit rather. And this is what it looks like before I plate it. I got my pita nice and crispy and golden. And I put my tzatziki sauce on top. And then I put my meat right over that. It looks so delicious. My mouth is watering looking back at this because it was so good. So I just put some fresh sliced red peppers over top of this sauteed concoction, and this is what you get. This beautiful gyro that's completely vegetarian, and it turned out amazing. Just tasted so wonderful and was really easy to put together. And for my last honorable mentions, I did just have some toasted pita bread with some pizza sometimes when I wanted a snack, and some strawberry jello with peaches when I wanted something sweet. And that's what I eat in a week when I am house sitting. I hope you enjoy and subscribe for more.